The year 2023 marked a turning point in the Middle East. The region, already fraught with numerous conflicts and political tensions, saw a dramatic shift in its landscape. In July, a new wave of violence erupted, adding to the already volatile situation. The streets of many cities were filled with chaos and destruction, as the sounds of explosions and gunfire became a daily occurrence. This time, the conflict took an unexpected turn, with the Houthi rebels of Yemen targeting Israel. The Houthis, a group that had primarily been engaged in a prolonged conflict with Saudi Arabia, shifted their focus. The Houthis, known for their conflict with Saudi Arabia, launched a barrage of missiles and drone attacks towards Israeli territory. These attacks were not just symbolic, they were a clear message of their expanding reach and capabilities. This marked a significant escalation in the region's conflicts. The international community watched with bated breath as tensions soared, fearing the potential for a broader regional war. Israel, accustomed to threats from its immediate neighbors, now faced a distant enemy. The geographical distance between Israel and Yemen added a new layer of complexity to the conflict, challenging Israel's defense strategies. The initial attacks took many by surprise. Civilians, unaccustomed to such distant threats, found themselves in a state of shock and disbelief. News headlines captured the sudden escalation, and the public braced for what was to come. Israel responded with retaliatory airstrikes on Houthi military targets in Yemen. The Israeli Air Force launched a series of precision strikes, aiming to neutralize the threat and send a strong message of deterrence. This back-and-forth exchange of fire signaled the beginning of a new and volatile chapter in the Middle Eastern conflict. The cycle of retaliation and counter-retaliation seemed unending, with each side determined to assert its dominance. The attacks continued intermittently, with the Houthis demonstrating a concerning ability to strike deep within Israeli territory. The resilience and persistence of the Houthi forces highlighted the evolving nature of warfare in the region, leaving many to wonder what the future holds for the Middle East. The Houthi attacks, while not crippling, sent shockwaves through the Israeli economy. The conflict brought about disruptions to vital trade routes, particularly in the Red Sea. Cargo ships, wary of the escalating tensions, were forced to alter their courses. The once bustling maritime route, essential for Israeli trade, became a risk zone. These diversions added considerable time and cost to shipping operations. The ripple effects were felt across various sectors of the Israeli economy. While the full extent of the economic damage remains to be fully assessed, the disruptions underscored the vulnerability of global trade to regional conflicts. Beyond the economic implications, the Houthi attacks took a toll on the Israeli psyche. The relentless missile launches and drone attacks shattered the sense of security that many Israelis had grown accustomed to. The nightly news was dominated by reports of sirens, explosions, and frantic dashes to bomb shelters. The conflict brought back haunting memories of past wars and instilled a pervasive sense of unease. The psychological impact of living under constant threat is profound. The attack served as a stark reminder of the ever-present dangers in the region and the challenges of achieving lasting peace. In the aftermath of the initial attacks, questions arose about Israel's intelligence capabilities. Critics argued that Israeli intelligence agencies had underestimated the Houthi threat, focusing primarily on more immediate adversaries like Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon. The suddenness and ferocity of the Houthi attacks suggested a blind spot in Israel's intelligence gathering. Some experts pointed to a lack of comprehensive analysis of the Houthi group's capabilities and intentions. Others highlighted the difficulties in penetrating a geographically isolated and culturally distinct group, like the Houthis in Yemen. Section 5. The distance factor. The geographic distance between Yemen and Israel posed a significant hurdle for Israeli intelligence agencies. Yemen, located over 2,000 kilometers away from Israel, presented logistical and operational challenges for gathering on-the-ground intelligence. The vast expanse of the Arabian Peninsula and the Red Sea created a natural barrier, making it difficult to deploy traditional intelligence assets. The remoteness of Yemen also limited Israel's ability to conduct covert operations or establish human intelligence networks within Houthi-controlled territories. The lack of direct access hampered Israel's understanding of the group's internal dynamics, decision-making processes, and military capabilities. Section 6. Unraveling Houthi motives. Understanding the Houthi motivations for attacking Israel is crucial for formulating an effective response. While the group has not explicitly outlined its objectives, several key factors likely contribute to their decision to open a new front against Israel. These factors include a desire to alleviate pressure on their allies in the region, particularly Hamas in Gaza, a strategic calculation to exploit Israel's perceived vulnerabilities, and a broader ambition to position themselves as a major player in the regional power dynamics. Section 7. A helping hand to Hamas. One prominent theory suggests that the Houthi attacks are part of a coordinated effort to support Hamas. By opening a new front against Israel, the Houthis aim to divert Israeli resources and attention away from Gaza, where Hamas has been engaged in a protracted conflict with Israel. The timing of the Houthi attacks coinciding with periods of heightened tensions between Israel and Hamas lends credence to this theory. The attacks serve as a distraction, forcing Israel to spread its military capabilities thin across multiple fronts. Section 8. Disruption in the Red Sea. Beyond supporting Hamas, the Houthis may also be aiming to disrupt Israeli trade and exert economic pressure. Their actions are not just limited to military engagements but extend to economic warfare. By targeting key maritime routes, they can create significant disruptions. The Red Sea, a vital maritime route for Israeli shipping, has become a focal point of the conflict. This body of water is crucial for the transportation of goods, including essential supplies and raw materials. Any disruption here can have a ripple effect on the economy. By targeting Israeli-bound cargo ships or threatening to disrupt shipping lanes, the Houthis can inflict economic damage and sow uncertainty in the global shipping industry. This strategy not only affects Israel, but also has broader implications for international trade. Such disruptions have implications beyond Israel, potentially impacting global supply chains and driving up shipping costs. The interconnected nature of global trade means that a disturbance in one region can lead to delays and increased costs worldwide. The Houthis' ability to disrupt maritime traffic in the Red Sea highlights the vulnerability of global trade to regional instability and the strategic importance of securing maritime choke points. Ensuring the safety and security of these routes is paramount for maintaining the flow of international commerce. International efforts are often required to safeguard these critical waterways. Collaborative naval patrols and diplomatic negotiations play a crucial role in mitigating the risks posed by such disruptions. The stability of the Red Sea is not just a regional concern but a global one, affecting economies and livelihoods around the world. Section 9. A glimpse into the future. As the conflict enters its second year, the future trajectory remains uncertain. The region is fraught with tension, and the humanitarian crisis continues to deepen. Civilians are caught in the crossfire, and the international community watches with bated breath. One possibility is a continued stalemate with sporadic Houthi attacks met by Israeli retaliatory strikes. This scenario would likely result in prolonged suffering for the local population and further destabilization of the region. However, given the high stakes involved and the potential for miscalculation, the risk of escalation remains significant. Diplomatic efforts are ongoing, but the path to peace is fraught with challenges. Israel may increase its military presence in the Red Sea, strengthen its air defenses, and enhance its surveillance capabilities. These measures are aimed at deterring Houthi aggression and protecting vital maritime routes. Additionally, Israel may seek closer cooperation with regional allies to counter the Houthi threat. Joint military exercises and intelligence sharing could play a crucial role in this strategy. The Houthis, on the other hand, may continue to refine their tactics, improve their missile technology, and develop new strategies to challenge Israeli defenses. Their resilience and adaptability have been key factors in their sustained campaign. Furthermore, the Houthis may seek closer ties with Iran to enhance their capabilities. Iranian support, both in terms of technology and training, could significantly bolster the Houthis' operational effectiveness. The future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the stakes have never been higher.